Howdy folks, we're here in Burr, County Offaly, Ireland, at Apllied Concepts headquarters and manufacturing facility where they make the Varimount and all the blasters. Let's go and have a look, see how they do it, shall we? Do you actually use that still or not? I can't remember.
We actually use it.
You still use this? Ah, right, okay.
Yeah. So obviously, when we're doing the dry blasting machines, the small dry blasting machines, we have an air compressor upstairs, a big 3-phase one. We supply it down here. So all our machines, our small machines, they're all tested.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we're not covering the yard in abrasive. We very easily just feed the hose in, and everything's tested inside here.
Tested in there, like
yeah.
Ideal, mate. Ideal.
Nice big unit as well, and when we have the small little parts like the handles and stuff on the actual machines, all these kind of little bits before they're welded up, we can tidy up the steel, make it nice for the welders that way, so they don't have to grind it.
It's just put on and weld, like tack on and weld.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, like, of course, we have every different type of hose and every different type of nozzle that comes on every machine. And then depending on what machine we're making, is we test that. Our production manager likes things very, very organised.
It's efficient, isn't it? Like, why would you not do it? Like, you know.
Exactly. And the lovely red is only all our demo models.
Oh, okay.
So we have one of each machine, and we just keep it in red, so I can't sell it.
You know, it's the demo machine. Looks good in red, actually, to be fair, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does look good in red.
Yeah. It's the class wheel colour red.
Is it?
That's exactly what it is.
I wouldn't have guessed that, like, you know.
We did a class coloured Varimount, and we had the red left over, so we used it.
Perfect, like, yeah.
And as like
all stop point,
all the hosing, so blast hose, air supply, all of the control lines, everything. You have to keep 6 months at least in stock.
So if I ring up, I need a hose.
Have everything.
Bang, just away you go, like
Exactly. So what we do is, this is kind of our raw hosing.
Yep.
And then we pre-assemble a lot of the hoses.
Oh, okay,
to specific lengths. So like a 2-inch hose or an inch hose of all the air supplies. So when a machine goes out, we have the standard one ready, made up already, and all you got to do is grab it off the shelf.
Away it goes, like,
Exactly. And there's a little station for building all the different hoses. Obviously, this is our rolling machine.
Oh yeah, nice.
So you'll see the plates over there. The plates on the wall there, these are all the different types of machines. This is 20 litre before it's rolled.
Oh, is it really?
And then this is the Aqua, AQ 100.
So that's a 100?
Yeah.
That'll make the 100 litre tank?
Yes, exactly. So these are all lined up. So what we do is we do them in batches. So you'll see outside in a minute now, we'll have loads of raw ones done up already.
Okay,
So we do, let's say, 2 or 3 days of just rolling. And
get a batch ready.
Exactly. So we're not starting from scratch every single time.
Yeah.
And then it's exactly the same with the press brake. So you see there's a lot of the angular stuff. It's obviously the next week. This is all ready to go.
Ready to go.
And we have a stock of the certain parts for the top of the Varimount, the mounting, the links, everything. And it's all pre-assembled, or a little bit of a pre-assembly that way.
Well, it's more efficient, isn't it, to do it in batches sort of thing, rather than do one per machine sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
So we've got some frames here, Varimount frames, aren't they, ready to go?
So obviously after welding, they go out for shop blasting. And that plant for the shop blasting and the powder coating is 7 kilometres out the road.
Yeah.
So after it's finished, it comes back in. So these are our Varimounts. They're the cabinets.
Yeah.
The shelves are the cabinets.
These are powder coated rather than
powder coated.
Yeah, and you can tell, you really can tell by the feel, and that's hard paint. Well, not paint,
It is.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's a
absolutely.
hard finish on it.
So
Like.
it's actually, after shop blasting, it has a zinc primer.
Zinc primer, yeah.
It's cooked, then it goes to green, cooked in between each one,
Yeah.
and then there's a final baking for about 45 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
So they do spend a considerable amount of time in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously we have CNC plasma.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So all the sheets, everything, all cut. You can see these are the bonnet latches from the Varimount that way.
Nice.
All the little things. All the little things. Have to have a testing tractor.
The 175, yeah.
Absolutely. And these are all Varimounts ready to go.
These are ready to be shipped?
Yes.
All sold or?
Yes, all sold.
All sold,
yeah.
excellent.
So if it has a bag on it, it's sold.
It's ready
and
to go.
all of the ones with wooden pallets,
Yeah.
these are all going to America or Canada.
Oh, are they really?
Because these are going in shipping containers.
Yeah.
Steel floor, so we don't want them sliding around.
Cool.
So they have a wooden batten
Wouldn't,
underneath.
for a bit of grip, like, yeah.
Perfect example of our pots that are done for pre-assembly.
Yeah. Now you're storing outside, but
They're all
like you said,
blasted before.
exactly. I mean, it's not like you're not capable of doing the job, is it?
Exactly.
So yeah, anyone sort of wondering, oh, they're all rusty. These will be perfectly clean. So when they go
these
into
will go into our blasting room.
Yeah.
Shot blasted, perfectly down to an SA 2.5, which
Yeah.
is the standard in the steel world.
Yeah.
And then in for powder coating.
And again, this is a 100 litre pot, I presume.
Yes,
Sam,
that's the 100 litre
So
pot.
that was that flat bit of steel we saw, and that's the 40.
Yeah. That's the 40. The 20s are up there.
The 20s are up there, like
and those 5 that are down in the corner there, they're aquas.
Oh, okay.
So we're getting low on the aquas. Now. Hence why there's aqua sheets ready to go.
Ready to go, like, yeah. Get some in stock, like, yeah.
Exactly.
And these are the 200s, obviously.
140.
Oh, 140s, okay, yeah.
Air ends, everything like that. We need to have a stock beforehand. If we get an order for 10 or 15 machines, it has to be
You've
done
got to have it,
quickly.
yeah.
You know, we can't be waiting for...
Waiting for stock, just to, it's not efficient, is it? Like,
No, so our air ends, they come from Italy.
Yep.
Como in Italy, so it takes a while.
Yeah.
They're heavy,
so you've got to be
units.
ahead of the game, sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is where the machines come in from powder coating.
Okay, yeah.
This is before final assembly.
So these are freshly powder coated, sandblasted and powder coated, like, yeah.
Exactly. This is the aqua shell. You can see this is where the stainless steel box
Yeah, it goes on the front, like, yeah.
So, raw vessel goes out, blasted, powder coated, and comes back in. And then these will be for assembly in the next week or two.
Yeah.
So stock.
The main assembly plant.
Main assembly, and then obviously store and stock as well.
Up the top there, yeah.
So, pre-assembled hose kits.
Okay,
so each machine, the different sizes.
120, 140, 100, 200.
So you have your airline, your twin line, and your blast hose that go standard with each machine.
Yeah.
So then, when a machine is sold, comes straight out of the showroom.
Yeah.
It's put here on a pallet, and your hose just gets picked up. So there's no mistakes.
Yeah.
Dispatch. There's no changing the hose of this or that.
Yeah.
It's all very uniform, very streamlined. Of course, then we have testing.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, these pots have come in from outside.
Yep.
So the legs and all of the little bits for the plates and that are all welded on.
Yep.
Before they go out for shot blasting and powder coating, they're tested. They're pressure tested.
Put on the rig, like, yeah.
So they're filled with water.
Yep.
And then they're tested to twice their operating pressure.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
They're certified now.
Yep.
And then when they go out for powder coating, they come back in, they get assembled, and then they're tested again.
Tested again, like, yeah.
In case there's
If there's any failures, pre-failures, you get a chat first before you go in.
Before you go and powder coat it. And then if there was a failure and you powder coated it, you have to weld it down, and you can't do that, you ruin the coating, you have to do everything again.
Start again, like,
Multiple testing phases.
Yeah.
You'll see this is how pots are welded. It's all a jig type system. You have a 40 meter here.
Yeah.
And very, everything on a jig, so everything's nice and straight.
You can't get it wrong. Yeah.
Well, James is our master welder, so you couldn't get it wrong.
He's the man, like, yeah.
Exactly. You see, jigs are rotating.
Okay, yeah.
Everything to help it out. And then we have, this is our Varimount welding station. So, big jigs. Turning all of the vessels around, or the jig of the Varimount around.
She'll flip it over, like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can see this is the side of the 120.
Yep.
This is the smaller version already. She has the bigger side plate.
Of course, yeah, getting ready to, full scale on a lot, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. You see there where the A-frame slots in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, everything's heavy, so we have overhead rails.
Look at that. That's a nice curve, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Lovely. Cheers, boss. Thank you.
All the little pre-assemblies again. So these are the feet of the Varimount.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
As much kind of small bits and pieces that are put together, so that when we do get an order, you haven't got to leave.
Yeah. You can put big stuff together. It's quick then, isn't it? Like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even so, for the pots, these are clamps for the pots. The vessels are exactly the same uniform diameter. Of course, when you're welding the cone and the dish together, the cones and the dish are a certain diameter already. So the vessel itself has to match it.
Yeah.
You don't want 5 mm.
No, that's poor, isn't it? Like,
Exactly. Everything to be as uniform as possible. So these are Varimount, what we call pre-assembly. So you have all of the outside bonnets and the outside of it. So each one of these pallets is a Varimount.
Yeah.
And then when we come over here, you see these are the internal parts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ready for assembly.
Yeah.
And you have an air end here.
So that's the compressor lot, yeah.
Exactly. So that's the air end compressor. So chain, everything going on.
Yeah. You really don't realise how big she is when she's in the frame lot.
No, absolutely.
Lovely, cheers, boss.
And then you can see the marrying, so to speak.
Yeah.
The outside frame, the galvanized subframe, and then the air end, and it all gets dropped in. And then you have stages, so first stage, second stage, and then you have the final stage.
Final stage, like, yeah.
So this would be completed assembly, and before the bonnet and everything is done and the plates are put on it, it then goes out for testing.
Testing again, like, yeah.
It sits on the tractor and you get a kind of 5-6 hours of really, really high work.
Yeah.
Everything is temperatures, speed, everything is checked and double checked, and then she's finally commissioned then after.
Yeah. You're not leaving anything to chance, are you?
No. So it's not like we start with a bare frame and then this is at the end of the day, you can see there's stages.
Yeah. All pipes built in house?
Yep.
Oh, you got the swager over there.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, she's a big old pipe, isn't she?
Yes. Yeah, there's no messing around there.
No.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. See, even all the parts of the next bonnet, these bonnets are obviously going on.
One here, yeah.
Ready to go when for commissioning that way.
Yeah.
More bonnets waiting, ready to go. So we do the same with the pots then. So this is an inspection door for the inside of the pot.
Yeah.
So it slides in and you put your bolt and your plate on it. And very, very accessible. So you have your abrasive valves, everything's kind of ready to go. So Arunas is making the pots. So this is a 100-litre drying machine.
Yep.
Arunas will typically do 2 of these a day. And it's all pre-assembly, nice and easy to take off the shelf, ready to go that way.
Everything seems, just so efficient, like, everything's obviously been really thought out and...
Yes. And look, this is a development over the years.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
We get a smoother and smoother assembly process.
Yeah.
It takes time. It takes a lot of time. And of course, the lads can very easily, when they need parts for the machines, everything is ready to go there. We have a store manager and a dispatch manager. So when the guys need a part, all they do, they go to the door, they tell what part they need for what part of the machine, and it's ready to go. Typically with the Varimounts and the blasting machines, we have boxes of all of the parts for one machine set aside.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You'll see here, just simply, these are empty boxes ready to go back up. 40 litre by 2.
So
there's 2 sets of 40
litre kits in there. Like,
exactly,
yeah.
Exactly. So when they get the bare vessel in and it's powder coated and ready, he has a box and he'll make 2 40 litres in a day, and he knows he doesn't have to go back and forth for all the
He's not missing an old part here and there, like, yeah.
So this is where all our packages and that get dispatched.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Tristan.
Wonders of parts.
Oh, I love stuff like this where everything's got its, you know, everything's got a place and everything's in its place. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So let's say you ordered 10 different parts from us here. So instead of getting a box and it all being thrown into a box and you might lose one or that, what it is they bring it up here and we have a sealing bag system.
Okay,
so each part gets put in and it gets, the plastic gets melted together.
Yeah.
So each part has their own individual segment in the bag.
Yeah.
So when you pull out your pack, you have a long bag.
Bang.
Each part individually put.
Yeah.
Brilliant that way. Nice and efficient. Of course, multiple stocks. So they keep all the bigger quantities up.
Up the top there, like yeah.
Exactly. So you have everything here from pneumatic valves, the abrasive valves. Anything you
any part on the machine or on any machine you've got is in stock here.
Exactly.
Good stock as well. Like, I mean, you know, you've got loads of T parts there and everything.
And I mean, this is bare steel. There's no rust in it. We go through it quick enough that.
Yeah, you don't need to, you know,
No, exactly. And it goes down. You have little air fittings, visors. Absolutely everything you can think of, even down to our diesel compressors. Let's say this is a
motors.
This is a motor for our dust extractors.
Yeah. So that's the thing, like, you know, all machines go down, but it's back up and how quickly you can get that machine back up and running. And
correct.
Guys can literally supply any part.
Shields for the aqua blaster. These are replacement filters for the respiratory filter kits. Yeah. And then obviously this is it goes very, very quickly. So these are breathing tubes for the blasting helmets, visors.
Yeah.
Make it nice and easy. That
consumables basically. Like,
exactly. Visors for the cabinets.
Yeah.
No, you have all of the little parts. These are your air hose. They go into the air hose. Your clamp goes around the outside of it that way. Little things like that. We obviously make an awful lot of air hoses.
Yeah, I'm sure,
So there's an awful lot of stock that way. And it's also a lovely view.
Yeah. Good view. You can, you know, sort of crack the whip from up here, can't you?
Yes,
Like, you know?
good. Obviously, to move the Varimount around there with a 3.2-ton overhead crane.
Yeah.
Very easy. We used to drive the forklift in here an awful lot.
Yeah.
We used to have diesel. Now we've gone to electric forklifts.
Yeah.
But it's way easier to move Varimount.
Oh, with the crane, like, it's a lot easier.
Especially for mounting them on pallets for shipping abroad.
More,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's very easy to do it that way.
More accurate, isn't it? Like, yeah.
You can see bare vessels before they're put together.
Yep.
And dishes and cones for the bottom and the tops.
Oh, see, because they're not been welded either yet, so that's where the clamps go on.
Exactly.
So you get them,
So you use those jig clamps, and the dish and the cone are married together.
Yeah.
This warehouse is here going on 5 years. And we've slowly kind of changed things around and moved it around.
As it's sorted, yeah. So you see the 175 here, she's what they use for the final test. So obviously got the PTO there on her. They'll put the unit in there, the fully built unit, and that's where they'll test a lot. Like Sam says, 5 or 6 hours, give her a proper run through. They know then, like when it's going to customer, it's fully functional. There's, you know, shouldn't be any issues with it. So a lot of folks think that companies, you know, like Apllied, they'll just buy in machines pre-built and then just stick the Apllied name on. But as you've seen, you know, that's not the case at Apllied Concepts. These guys build everything, the frames, hoses, literally everything, as you've seen, like, you know, and you can tell by just looking at the quality of the work, the quality of the welding. Nothing is left to chance. Lovely welds on it. It's do it right or not at all, and that's a philosophy that I stand by myself. If you're going to do a job, do it right. These guys want to send a machine out, and they don't want to hear from the customer. They want that machine to be good for 10, 20 years. But if there is an issue with it, they've got all the stock. They've got the distribution system, you know, the computer, so they can turn around a part. You ring up, I ring up today, I'll have a part for it tomorrow. All the consumables. They sell the grit as well, the blasting medium, the glass, all different various grades of that. It really is a one-stop shop for blasting. Now the 350, like we say, we've seen the 350. She's a beast. We know how good the 350 is. That'll lift concrete up, I reckon. Not. And obviously the 120 has just been launched, and that sort of opens up the market to the smaller operators, the operators that can't handle the big 350, either due to the size of it or, you know, due to the horsepower requirement. I spoke to a few folks already that, you know, they're running sort of 60-70 horsepower tractors, but the 350 is too big. That's where the 120 is going to come in. So as you've seen, they're up in production on the 120. It's still in pre-production phase at the minute, but it's 99% there. There's a few little tweaks they've got to do. Once they're done, production will be at full rate, and I predict that 120 is going to be very popular. Very popular. So the only thing left to say really is, if you're in the market for a blasting equipment, compressor, talk to these guys, talk to Apllied, because honestly they'll sort you out. Lovely company to deal with, and you know, they put customer #1. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that tour, and yeah, we'll look forward to seeing some more Apllied concept stuff. See you on the next one. Ta-ta!